Hello guys, welcome to Fran and Ellie Talks.
I am Fran.
And I'm Ellie if you're new here.
And if you're not,
welcome back. Alright guys, so today's topic is going to be about the scandal, the Tristan Thompson and Khloe Kardashian. So what I'm going to read to you guys now is what the Shade Room posted. This is actually how we found out about it. So I'm just going to read this and then we'll, comment on it. I do want to read some of the comments though because they are gold. Like if you guys know, when it comes to the comment section, is lit.
That's why comment below. We're always reading everything.
Roommates, it seems like 2021 wasn't too kind to Khloe Kardashian's love life. And from the looks of things, 2022 is headed the same way, courtesy of the former bae, Tristan Thompson. Khloe and Tristan have had an ongoing off-again relationship plagued by cheating scandals on Tristan's part. Weeks ago, a woman named Marilee Nichols filed a lawsuit against Tristan for child support. Following the birth of a baby boy and paternity test results, Tristan publicly admitted to fathering a child with Marilee and apologized to Khloe. We're going to read the apology here in a few.
Hold on. Eye roll. How many kids has this man had?
This is what he said. This is what he posted. He said, "Today, paternity test results reveal that I have fathered a child with Marilee Nichols. I take full responsibility for my actions. Now that paternity has been established, I look forward to amicably raising our son. I sincerely apologize to everyone I've hurt or disappointed throughout the ordeal, both publicly and privately." Now peep this. This is what he says to Khloe, basically. He said, I want to gag, like I can't even finish reading this.
Go ahead.
"Khloe, you don't deserve this. You don't deserve the heartache and humiliation I have caused you. You don't deserve the way I have treated you over the years. My actions certainly have not lined up with the way I view you. I have the utmost respect and love for you, regardless of what you may think. Again, I'm so incredibly sorry." Okay? Now that the pap results are in, it seems like Tristan is on the same page as Marilee. She released a statement in December saying she's not interested in a relationship with Tristan. Good for her. Just in raising their son in a safe, healthy, loving, and private environment. Tristan previously said that he only had sex with Marilee on his birthday in March 2021. At this time, he was in a public romantic relationship with Khloe. However, Marilee claims they became involved at least 5 different times. Let's read the comments. All right, so let's go to the comments because I literally hearted so many of them because we're hilarious. So just some of my favorites here. Let's see. Okay, this one. "I don't ever want anyone to have the same utmost respect he has for her, for me." Shaking my head.
Seriously, first of all, your words and your actions do not go together. And we already knew that from before. But the fact that in his apology, he says he respects her, it's like a slap in the face. What is respect to you, Tristan? Because it looks like it's completely different from what respect really means in the dictionary. So maybe you should look at what it means.
Let's look it up. Okay, what is respect? Per Google.com. What is respect? So it says a feeling of deep admiration for someone or something elicited by their abilities, qualities, or achievements. Or 2, due regard for the feeling, wishes, rights, or traditions of others.
Which I don't think he did.
He respects her, but he doesn't respect the relationship. That was a great comment. So let's see. Khloe, karma is just hitting her left and right. I think a lot of people are upset with the whole Jordan situation. Do you remember what happened with that?
With Jordan? I don't.
Okay, so Kylie Jenner had a best friend, Jordan, and they would post together.
Oh, yes.
And she ended up making out or something with Tristan. And Khloe and the whole family pretty much just cut her off. And blamed it on her pretty much, which I kind of get that because at the end of the day, Tristan is always going to be in her life, and having a friend like that in the family, that's such a good friend that allowed that. I do think that that's not okay and that it should be cut out because when it comes to choosing, I'm always going to choose the father of my children, right? Because either way, I have to have a cordial relationship with him. I don't have to have anyone else in my life, right? So that's a relationship you have to salvage.
I feel like, yes, I would cut off Jordan, the friend, because 1, I couldn't trust her. However, it also goes to him. He already showing that he didn't have any respect for the relationship from the get-go. Just doing a kiss with that friend said enough. But then again, I am also that woman that would pull a Khloe and stay a little longer because I have hope. I want a family. It can get better. But ladies, this is why. Accept people as it is. Why are we picturing them, another perception of them? No, they're showing us who they are.
From the get-go, and it's either accepting it or moving on. And I think that's the hardest part.
And I think that for me, it's just that I want to take someone and help them and fix them. And I think that that's also our problem as women sometimes, that we just want to take care of it. I can fix him. I can make him better. I can shape him. I can mold him. And it's not our responsibility.
All right, so the next comment. Well, Khloe kept saying she wanted True to have another sibling.
Y'all are savages.
Savages. We only have... Okay, we're only 3 days into 2022. ... Ooh, I know, and the tea done got
she
real.
Should have let that go. Leave it in 2021, girl. It's a new year. Let it go.
Let's see. Khloe needs to issue an apology to Jordan now. We already addressed that. I don't think so.
No, that's everyone.
Here's the biggest thing. People feel like she embarrassed Jordan and like dragged her to the dirt. And I don't necessarily feel like she did that. I feel like the public definitely dragged Jordan, and maybe she allowed it. But she was in a place of hurt. Like, she's not going to sit there and try to defend someone. And she did end up defending Jordan and saying, I mean, it was kind of fake. But at that point, I guess she felt kind of bad. And at that point, Jordan was reaching out to Kylie and, like, being like, why are you guys doing this to me type of thing. Like, we were friends. And, like, now, like, she had to hide in her house for a while because she was getting death threats and things like that from the public.
Look, let me see. They said, and him and Khloe named the baby True. When all they do is lie, child.
That was one of my favorites. Like, it's just ironic, right? You name the baby True and the relationship is full of lies.
Maybe that's, it's such
irony. I think like one of the biggest things for me is how this relationship started. I remember when they first got together and I was like, Khloe, this man has a whole girl pregnant. Like, that was the first scandal that they had. Her getting together with this guy, and then the public or the media finding out that he had a girl pregnant. And that was like the first story of their relationship. Like, oh, Khloe's with this guy that has a girl pregnant. And she totally looked past that.
Yeah, actually going in exactly onto that, I have a comment about that. It says, he left his baby mom deadbeat smack in the middle of her pregnancy for Khloe, cheats on Khloe multiple times, and has a baby on her. He is not sorry. This is his pattern. She allowed it though. So, and I totally 100% agree with this because we see it in all his pattern and how he's dealt with most women. He leaves them in the middle of something. So how are you going to rely or trust someone and feel secure when you see what they do is just leave? As a man now with kids, what are you going to show these kids? What is going to be your example of a father figure? It scares me for those kids.
I think she was in a dark place when she got pregnant or when she was looking to, because she had left Lamar and, she started getting her body done. And I don't know if, her show I think was after, but it was just so messy.
When they first started their show, Khloe was like my #1 favorite Kardashian. Back in the day when the show The Kardashians first started, I could relate to her. I was funny and I was the chunkiest in the family, and I always felt like people looked at me and they were like, your sister's hotter, and that makes you insecure in a way. We've seen Khloe's insecurity shine through most of her life after the first seasons of the show. She's changed so much of herself, and I think that, like you say, her pregnancy was in a really dark place. And maybe she just wanted a kid. Why did she want a kid? Because all her sisters had kids, and maybe that was her checklist in her life. And with Tristan, she just felt, I can have my kid. We don't know what she was thinking, but there's so many variables that could happen. And I think that all that kind of shows up to how she's today, where she's at today, what she's allowed in her life, how she's settled with these men. Tristan, man the fuck up. Be accountable for yourself, please.
I think she just needs to let that relationship go. I think it's really hard, but I do feel like she's kind of lost a little bit. I think all the surgeries and all these, which is fine, get surgery, honey. If I had the money, I would too.
But do it once you know who you really are. What I perceived from Khloe, and I could be totally wrong, or I could just, it's that she wanted to do this to be like her sister.
I feel like a lot of us, I don't know if you guys feel the same, but a lot of the viewers loved her for who she was and how she was. And I wish she would have embraced her uniqueness and loved herself, because you're such a role model at that point. Like when you hit that streak of fame, you're a role model. People are looking up to you, and there's a lot of people that look like you. But I think the pressure of this imaginary perfectism that doesn't exist kind of blurred that for her. And she wanted probably to be like her sisters. Yeah. But I think Kourtney hasn't really had surgeries, and she looks so great.
But she's already petite. She's like already fun-sized. I love her for that. But sometimes I feel like Khloe just lost herself. And I love you, Khloe. I love you.
Oh my God, listen to this comment. Kris Jenner is probably on psych meds from dealing with Astroworld. Do you know what happened there? Kanye's meltdown. And Tristan's constant cheating. Her kids pick some real winners. LOL. Listen. Oh my God, somebody said he was probably getting blown while he wrote this. Probably.
He was getting blown?
Damn, these Kardashians can keep up with everything but their men. Oh, somebody said, how do you hurt the one you respect? He needs Jesus and a therapist.
He really does need therapy, but so does Khloe. Girl, go to therapy.
Why is Tristan apologizing to Khloe? What he should be doing is apologizing to the new mother of his child by making her feel worthless as a woman while birthing his child and calling her a liar. Just sad. Marilee, get your coins.
She knew what she was getting into when she slept with him.
Ooh, girl. Ooh.
No. She knew what she was getting into. If she wanted to be a mom and get pregnant, she did that. On her own, she knew he was already in a relationship. This child has nothing. Like, nothing to do with none of that. So if she wants to be a single mom, and Marley, you go, girl, but this is your responsibility. Marilee. Oh, I think. Marilee, girl, you can be a single mom. You can do all this shit on your own because you already knew this man was married. So, like you said, you don't want a relationship, you go, girl. Just don't get entanglement with that anymore.
Oh my God.
You already did what you had to do. Get your child from this man. A baby daddy with child support. Good for you.
I didn't think about that. Of course. Like, she knew what she was doing. She got in bed with this man that obviously was with Khloe. And I think I don't know why I be having these thoughts, and I don't mean to be bad intentioned but it just seems to me like, girl, you knew he was in this relationship and you're just messing with him, right? You're setting out here having sex with him. You have to know he's with Khloe Kardashian. Like, no way you didn't know. And I think she was kind of looking for this. She was looking for the scandal to get some clout, to maybe get some fame, have a baby daddy that's famous or whatever, because who knows who this girl is. And it's just so sad because you're bringing a child into the mix with this. You're hurting someone's life. Like, I would never mess with someone that I know is in a relationship, especially so publicly. Like, you should be embarrassed of yourself, honestly. And, I think she was honorable in saying she didn't want a relationship with him, but at the same time, you did sleep with him, and you had to have known he was in a relationship and that he wasn't shit. And to involve yourself in this scandal, which I think was kind of set up, is just like, why? Why do people do this for fame or for attention?
As I think on this, it also brings me back to thinking, most women want kids. But now they're like, I don't need a man, I just need the sperm. Was this what she wanted all along? Just be a mom, be taken care of by a famous man that will give her the child support. And for her, that was her complete cycle to get to her child.
Yeah, let's see.
What is
Khloe about to go fight the third baby mama, then take Tristan back. I'm done.
Poor Khloe.
Imagine getting all these surgeries to change how you look and being rich and famous and getting a child for him and your man still cheating on you regularly. That's sad. That's how you know money does not mean everything. It means you...
Or looks. Looks don't mean anything. She's changed a million times, you know? She's changed her face a lot. She's always looking different. And Khloe, girl, start finding your true self.
You are incredible. We all love you here at the Fran and Ellie Talk Studio.
Girl, if you want to come over here, we give you cuddles and
you
hugs.
You can be our third sister, honey.
Yeah, no problem.
It's just, you don't deserve that. You're so much better than that. You look great. You are great. You have such a good heart. I think her intentions are so good, and her forgiving him so many times, and at least the way she presents herself on social media, to me, she's very respectable, and I think she does have a good heart, and I hate this for her because I don't think she deserves this at all. I feel like she has battled so much, and I really hope and pray that she finds someone that's going to love her and love her right, and for the rest of her life, because she's very lovable, and someone that's going to help bring out who she really is, right? And not so much what she looks like, because she was beautiful before. She looked better to me before. She was more
authentic.
Unique. I like your word better. Authentic. She was more authentic to herself. And you know, sometimes we lose that, and especially I can't imagine the pressure of being in the public eye like that with millions of people just nitpicking every single thing about you.
And I feel like she's been so censored.
Yeah.
You know, I remember her being so authentic and so blunt.
Outspoken.
And herself, and her truth was what she said, first words out. Now it's changed, it's tweaked, it's cleaned, and that kind of changed
Filtered.
her. Yeah, changed her. It changed who she portrayed herself to be.
No,
and I
who
feel
she
like
was. It changed who she was.
Yeah.
Because she was, herself, and I feel like everything has been shut down for her, and like you said, polished and cleaned, and changed. She's just not herself, I don't feel like.
And I think if there's anything that she needs to do, I wish her the same. I want that the same for all women out there.
All of
you know,
us,
we all deserve and should be able to fulfill all these things for ourselves. Like love ourselves, like ourselves, take care of ourselves.
But you know what? That goes to say, like, once you love yourself, you have certain boundaries for what people can do to you and what you accept or don't. And you can see someone for who they are versus you trying to fix them because you haven't fixed yourself yet. And you're working on them as a project, which is something that I've done before. Like, I am Ellie Man the Builder, or Ellie the Man Builder, because I will look at your potential and try to get you there, but I can't get you there. You can get yourself there, right? It's just seeing people for who they are and loving them for who they are with their flaws. And if not, then just letting them go.
As you said all these things, all I can hear and all I saw was the same pattern over and over. It's like a circle. She keeps doing the same thing and getting the same results. And this is the time, ladies, break the pattern. Get out of the circle.
Let these public figures be an example to you to not do the same. Because if this is just proof that like money isn't everything. Like, these are real life situations that we all go through. Like, this is not coming from a place of judgment, because we're judging ourselves too, and we're like, oh God, where have I done something similar?
Yeah, how does this mirror to my current situation? Because we're not trying to be, like you say, judgmental, but we're trying to see what's happening and look at it in our lives and say, how are we kind of doing this too? How is this showing up? And are we the same Khloe Kardashian? Constantly staying and trying and fixing and saying, okay, honey, I'll forgive you, and try again. But then you're cheating yourself.
Yeah, it's just so
Such a hard
crazy.
topic.
I hate this for you, Khloe. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching our videos.
Let's look at these scenarios and see how they're kind of showing up in our life too, and how we can make a change.
Yeah, so internalize this, see the situation. Let's not be judgmental. I'm sure she's going through a hard time. I'm sure he's kind of like, hopefully, he's analyzing himself and see what's going on internally. But for us, all we can do is just comment on it and shed light to it so that you guys can see if you have a pattern like this and just kind of analyze that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on
Fran and Ellie Talks.